Healing coaching is a really special avenue of getting help through. There's something really very special about healing coaching. Most oftentimes, when people are stuck in their triggers and their behaviors that keep them paralyzed from walking through their life, living what they envision or desire in their minds, is because they are working on. Healing coaching is a truly special technique. What you're talking about, healing coaching is a really special technique. Most people are walking through. Healing coaching is a really special technique. What happens for most people when they're feeling stuck is they reach out for help in one way, shape, or form, either through a mentor that they respect and honor, another business coach, or even a counselor or therapy. Nothing wrong with any of those avenues. But what typically happens is people look from a very human um, mindset to push through their triggers, push through their behaviors, and just deal with them and work with them in order to finally master their behavior in a way that will allow them to create or crush their life and create what it is that they are envisioning in their mind. What's really happening when you're dealing with life is that there's a cycle that occurs. So let's talk about the difference between healing coaching and what. So let's talk about the difference between healing coaching and the methods people usually reach out. So let's talk about what makes healing coaching so special. Typically speaking, people will reach out for answers when they are stuck in their life through mentors that they honor and respect, therapists, or perhaps a business coach or mindset coach. And they're looking to push through and break through their triggers and behaviors that are paralyzing them from creating the life in which they wish to lead. What's really happening is we've have a disconnect with spirit. So when we first arrive into the world, we have a very pure connection to spirit and our source that has created us with intention of what is desired for our life. And there's no pushback against that at an infant state, right? But as we develop through our years, and we're in a very human world surrounded by people like teachers and parents who have human experiences of their own that cause them to create defense mechanisms and so forth. As a child, we find ourselves in a position where we're either battling that behavior and creating our own defense mechanisms, we're picking up on that behavior and mimicking what they are doing, creating survival mechanisms for ourselves on a very human level. That's very different from spirit and being. So, as that distance develops away from spirit and towards human behavior, that's when we end up on a cycle, stuck in those behaviors, stuck in those triggers, and unable to break through, really unknowing as to that there is an alternative and what that alternative looks like, and being willing to drop the control and the resistance of wanting to control in order to be open to your heart and allow spirit to speak through you. So with the healing coaching, this is a lot like what you're working on right now. where you have a very good idea of the life in which you wish to lead, what is making you happy, what is not making you happy, the choices that might have to be made to make drastic changes in your life. And yet, you are stuck in paralysis mode as you ponder the behaviors that are going to come at you from your mother and your husband, but particularly your mother. And from a very human level, you are trying to deal with those. You're trying to rationalize them out and analyze them and figure out the best way to kind of uh, toe, toe step around those issues so that you can create as good of a life as you can, maybe not the perfect life, and still be able to deal with what your mom brings to the table. When we work through healing coaching, we're actually uh, creating healing around your triggers and around your behaviors so that you can move back closer to spirit and being and be fully connected, hopefully, in the long run, fully connected to that voice so that the other voices around you, the human voices, become far more independent of what you are listening to. They can be there, but you're more connected to spirit, allowing those voices to be independent and for you to finally break through your triggers, to finally break through your behaviors, and just respond according to the initial intention of your heart, which was created by source.